And just like that, we're back. What's up, everybody? Carolina Keith, regular Keith, Professor Keith. Oh no, it's Keith. Good to see you nonetheless. Sorry about the voice. I'm still a little under the weather. Nothing I can do about it. Voice is a little hit and miss these days. This morning I woke up, I could talk a little better. A few hours into the day, it went away. So, missed last live stream, didn't say much. I tried to keep my talking to a minimum. It's gotten a little better, but you guys can still sound. It kind of sounds like I'm on helium or something. Whatever, dude. First time I've taken medicine in a long time, so whatever. Nonetheless, we're still here. I can't hide long. I can't hide the voice for long. Welcome to Crypto Before Dark. If you haven't done so, please go give us a like. It's free. It costs absolutely nothing. While you're there, subscribe so you don't miss anything. If you're over on Rumble, give us a follow. If you're over on X, same thing applies. Give us a follow over on X. Give us a like. Repost this. Let us know where you're watching from. I'd love to know where all you guys are at. How you guys are doing, you know? There you go. All right, I put my glasses on. My eyes are bothering me too. Dude, I'm getting old, bro. Getting old. These last 4 years have really put a whooping on me. Is what it is. Cody Kinsel says, must have been too much yelling at that screen for Kentucky. So check this out, dude. I haven't been feeling good. You can hear it, right? So I sat down to watch the North Carolina and Duke game play, by the way. That's a Tar Heel jacket on. I'm freaking cold, dude. I sat down to watch Duke and North Carolina play. 17-17. I fell asleep. I had taken some medicine. And bro, I woke up and it was like 57, 56 or something like that. I'm like, oh no, what happened? I was super pissed off with myself for falling asleep that long and missing all of it. You know what I mean? I was like, no. So now I sound really weird. My voice is gonna completely go out here in a little bit, and I'm gonna just be voiceless. So hold on. That's a little better, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. We'll roll with it. So I got let's get started. I got Bitcoin pulled up here. All the red that you see, I'm not going to record any of this. It'll still be in the ether floating around, so everybody will be able to see it later. But I'm not recording any of it because that sounds like shit. But all the red you see are our shorts piled in. Shorts, all up and through here is nothing but shorts piled in. You know what I mean? It's places where we see on the chart where there's more sales than buys. It's where we're seeing all kind of sell pressure and not very much buy pressure. And in fact, when those levels pile up enough, we're able to see that spot and go right there. That's where they're going to attack, be that the bears or the bulls. And since we've been in this downtrend, as you can see on the screen here, it's the bears doing the attacking right now. They're just constantly taking bites out of the market. Every time it goes up a little bit, bam, you get punched in the mouth again with another short, right? So it's, again, nothing but lots and lots of shorts come in. However, over the weekend and the last couple days, we have seen some longs start to come in down here at the bottom. Great. Finally. That's those two green levels that you see at the bottom right there. God, that sounds terrible. That's those two levels you see at the bottom there. So I've got those labeled as new longs. This old line that we see at the bottom down here, it goes all the way back to April. The last time price action was that low was all the way back at the beginning of the year after we had that first of the year fall off, right? First 3.5 months of the year, fall off was miserable. And for what it's worth, most altcoins still haven't caught up to what happened back then. It's continued to get punished all this time. Ever since April, really since the beginning of the year, it's been either a 10 or 11 month push down for most altcoins. And some of them have gone up. You got to know that, like ZEC. Some of them had a couple moves here and there. For the most part, everything got blitzed. This is the next quote unquote big level that I see. If we don't break out of this downtrend, the downtrend is very evident, obvious that I have on the screen right there. That blue line is the downtrend, right? You guys can't really miss it. Can't really miss that downtrend. Yeah, I've been doing the So check it out. Wife's all into herbal tea and stuff. So I got some herbal tea, hit it with some honey. I've done that twice. This is as good as it's going to get. This is just going to get. Between the coughing and the nose blowing and sneezing, dude, I'm doing the best I can. I don't know. It's whatever, dude. You get sick sometimes. You just kind of deal with it. You know what I mean? I can't really control it. I haven't been sick in a while. It's a vitamin C thing. You're supposed to take more vitamin C. Fine. So we'll try vitamin C when we get off here, some more vitamin C. Anyway, if we take another down shot here, we can't get through this trend line. We need to break that trend line. If we can't get through that trend line, we're going to push down here to these new lows. Make another low would be brutal. I will note this was a higher low, meaning it didn't go as far down as it did the last time. That could potentially set up an uptrend. Now, what do we need from an uptrend? Well, we need to break the former high. Where's the former high? Well, you could argue that this was the former high. I'm going to zoom in here so it's a little easier to see. Almost accidentally closed the stream right there. Whoops. You could argue that this is the former high, right? Because it's short term and it did make a high before making a higher low. And you could argue that we're making a higher high right now on the low time frame. I would actually hear that argument and I would agree with you. But if we zoom out a little bit to the daily or any higher, we see the next high isn't until way over here. That's a long way up there. As a matter of fact, that's up over $100,000. This level I've got down here, ooh, it's clearing up a little bit. This level I got down here is 96 to 98,000. That's where a lot of shorts piled in as well. That's our next liquidation level for the longs to try to attack after they're getting brutalized all this time. That level shows us, hey, we've got some bulls fighting back. They don't want to give up, and they might finally got a hold of some momentum here to make a push, right? It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm hopeful that it will, because if we can get up here and nuke some of these shorts out of here, that's going to make some of the bears start to backpedal a little bit. And if we can make the bears start to backpedal a little bit, that leaves room open for the bulls to come in and potentially drive this up over this trend line. Okay, that's the negative and the minus plus right there of what we've got on the chart at the moment. Now I'm going to give you some different scenarios and different things I think that might happen. All right. First, we'll throw up our 821 EMA on the screen. The 821 EMA, I can record this part, fuck it. All right, I got the 821 EMA on the screen, and I apologize for my voice when you watch this back. I'm doing the best I can. 821 EMA. The 8 EMA is the green line. The 21 EMA is the purple line. All right, these are just basic, simple moving averages that help us see where the price action is from day to day. Okay. As you see, the candles have finally gotten over top of those moving averages. They had been underneath the moving averages for a very long time. They've finally gotten back over top of the moving averages, and now we're over top of the 21 EMA and the 8 EMA, as you see. 2 closes in a row over the 8 EMA. The green line is a plus sign. What do we got right here? 1, 2, bang. 2 closes over the 8 EMA is great. Now I want to prove it. How do we prove it? Proving it would be the 8 EMA jumping over the 21 EMA and crossing upward. We don't have that yet, do we? No, we don't. We only have one of the 2 things we're looking for here to make a more informed and careful decision. So if you're thinking about buying here, I know I am. I've already started buying a couple things. If you're thinking about buying here, you got to be careful and tiptoe. It's been so bad. You're still under trend. You've only just now started to break some bullish indicators. You can't just go aping all your money in at one time. This is how I do myself, not financial advice. You guys do whatever you want. Just telling you how I do it. So you kind of wait until you get a cross upward, green over the purple. And once you get green over the purple, now you've got more confirmation. If you want to take it a step farther than that, 50 moving averages up here. This is the third part of the Reaper strategy. All right, and I'll put that indicator up on the screen for you. This is an indicator that's part of our Discord If you would sign up, it's swap.com/team786 at the bottom there. All right. It's part of the free indicators that we make in part in the Discord for everyone to have. 2 closes over the AEMA throws up an AEMA buy signal. Good. You don't have your 821 EMA cross yet. That'll throw up another signal for you when you get that. Lastly, the 50 moving average. Once you break the 50 moving average, you start to get signals pop up right here. See that? Once it crossed the 50, bam, signal. We haven't got that yet. If you wanted to take it a bit farther, that's a way to have even more confirmation. Obviously, you're going to miss the wave from here to there, but you have to start checking risk and reward for yourself. How much you want to risk? How much you want to make? Is it worth a couple % to wait for you, or do you need to hurry up and get it now? Right? That's par for the course for everybody. That's the first scenario. So it's good that we got 2 closes over the AEMA. Now I need 821 EMA cross. Don't have it yet. All right. How about your RSI? So RSI went super oversold, and it's finally digging its way out of the hole. Right? We didn't go oversold a second time. We just got down a little bit. So what we've created is bullish strength, rising strength. Good. What about the price? Well, the price is going up as well. So that's bullish convergence. That's price going up and strength going up. Good. On a daily time frame or higher. I'm using the daily time frame because it's easy for everyone to use. Right? So we have some bullish convergence. MACD has crossed up. That's good sign. And you've got multiple green volume bars for the first time in quite a while. That's awesome. Now, obviously, you'd like to see both these lines get up over the midline up here. It's nowhere close to that yet. All right, so that's somewhat bullish, somewhat not. How about the pivot? Pivot points. We are directly under the pivot line. We need to flip that pivot line in order to get more bullish than we are now. All right, we haven't flipped that line yet. So for now, you have some bullish signals, some bearish signals. Mixed bag, yeah. So when you have a mixed bag, you got to just tiptoe and be more careful. How about the Ichimoku cloud? Not even close. Red cloud on the end? Nope. It got blue under the red. That's your conversion and baseline. Baseline is red. Conversion line is blue. You need the blue over red. Don't have it. Lag line still way under the candles. That's a no-go. And the price is still nowhere near over the cloud. 4 out of 4 no there. So while you do have some bullish stuff, also got some bearish stuff. It's a mixed bag. You need to weigh the risk and reward yourself and figure out for yourself, do you like it or you don't? For me, on Bitcoin, not good enough yet. And again, I apologize for my voice, everybody. You guys can kind of hear how it's coming in and coming out and fading in and fading out. I have a hard time hearing myself. So I'm pretty sure you guys are having a hard time too. But I told myself I wasn't going to crap out on this stream. I was going to stick it out and do it. You know what I mean? So let's stick it out and get it done. All right, let's go through a couple altcoins here. And I want to show you guys a couple other things that I thought was fairly interesting. All right. Dominance. So, all right, take the cloud off. Bam, there we go. So what I've got here is total market cap 2. What you see on the screen right now is total market cap 2. What does that mean? It's everything but Bitcoin. All altcoins, all of them. Everything but Bitcoin. What do we see? For the first time since October, we finally got a breach of that trend line right there. Now, obviously, this is just a little bitty breach, but it's the first good sign that we've seen quite a while for altcoins. Obviously, as far as your 821 EMA goes, just talked about that with Bitcoin. And looky here, you got the same thing. Got 2 closes over the AEMA. You don't have an 821 cross yet. It's working on it. All right. So today's red, but it's back testing that AEMA so far. It's fine. You're going to get a 3rd close tonight over the AEMA. That's a great sign. It's a great sign. Plus, you got a breakout going on. That's great. You start looking at other stuff like your RSI and your MACD. You're seeing some convergence up. That's good. Rising strength. MACD looks just like Bitcoin. And as far as your pivot points go, you're exactly in the same spot as Bitcoin. Broken out. Bitcoin wasn't. You've broken out and you're under the pivot. So it's just in a spot where you have to stop and think about it for a second and with a good game plan, what you want to do first, right? Total 3 is going to look very, very similar. This is everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything else. Everything else. Hold on. Killing my throat, man. So it's going to be the same story here too. You're stuck on the pivot. Not good enough there. But again, you cannot deny that short-term breakout has happened. It's back testing it right now. That's not a bad thing. 8 EMA, yes. Not an 821 EMA cross yet. She got the same story here for total 2 and total 3. Better than Bitcoin, but still not, oh my God, hurrah. You see what I'm saying? So, got to take your time here, step back, give it a think on it, come up with a good plan, right? You don't want to start throwing tons of money around until you got more confirmation. If you don't have confirmation, it's a bad idea, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do your own thing. What I see is some good signs and still some stagnation signs. It's not like we're seeing big, humongous moves up. And because of that, it gives me a pause and makes me stop and think about it, right?
Pause.
Right, exactly. Pause. Wait on it. So that's how I see altcoins. And we're going to go into some more detail on altcoins now. Struggling. All right. Sorry. Here's Bitcoin dominance. Interesting part of Bitcoin dominance is it's still hanging on and won't let go. Looked like it was going to fail. It's all twisted. Oh, man. Gosh. Looks like it's going to fail. It's all twisted up in the moving averages. Can't really make its mind up what it wants to do. God, it sounds like RFK. That's terrible. Shout out to RFK. It can't figure out what it wants to do just yet. Off the 100, not bad. Under the 50, stuck. We kind of need Bitcoin dominance to go down while Bitcoin price goes up so that money can flow into altcoins. And it was kind of doing it, but now it's kind of fighting back and taking strength back again. Not exactly ideal for altcoins, all right? I wanted you to see that too. Now, let's get into some different ones. I'm going to pull up first everybody's favorite coin, the greatest coin ever invented, XRP. Right? I'm joking. XRP's been around a long time. Google Analytics tells me that most of you guys who watch for XRP content, which is insane because I'm the anti-hopium guy. I'm the guy who comes on and says, no, this is stupid. This is good. This is bad, whatever. I'm the anti-hopium guy. So, and apologies for the voice. Trying to kick the crud. Nonetheless, we came all the way back down here to support. We're bouncing on support so far on the high time frame weekly chart. We just haven't got over the hump yet. And here's what I mean by support. You can look back here and see all these candles kind of stopping and starting in the same spot. Well, that's a spot of support. And I've got a red line drawn there, but I'll draw a box for you now. And that'll kind of show you better where support is. You don't really have any help from indicators here. They're all kind of wishy-washy. So it really comes down to price action. For now, you guys can clearly see the big hook that we've got right here. Like that's laid over hardcore, the old limp dick pattern. But there is some things to be happy about. The fact that it's still holding $2 and hasn't let go yet. The $2 level is very important. Holding on to these high time frame levels like this mean that you can set a precedent, set a floor, and try to work your way up from it, right? It's a good thing to hold support. You just don't want to see it sit on it forever. You want to see it try to move off. Over the last couple of days, it did try to move off. What's happening today as we speak, right? As we speak, we are failing the 821 EMA. Right? It's exactly what you don't want to see happen. You get two closes over the 8, and then immediately snap your fingers, and it goes right back the other direction. It's just brutal price action. I hate to see that. You don't see that at all. Problem, you can't get over the hump without some help here. All right, where's it going to get the help from? Well, if Bitcoin dominance is going up, then it ain't going to come from Bitcoin money. You need new money coming in. Right now, there's no new money coming in, unfortunately. That's the crappy part. So I will say this. You do got a bit of a wedge going here, right? Got that trend line holding it up. You look at the RSI, it's kind of sideways, kind of up. So you've got maybe some convergence there, maybe some bullish convergence, maybe not. And your MACD is slightly better than Bitcoin, but still not good enough. You haven't got to the midline yet and crossed over, and you have had some volume bars come in here, but it haven't sustained it just yet. I don't want to see it fail the 821 like this. It needs to get over the hump. You got the 50 moving average pressing down as well. So once it does get over that 821 EMA, it's going to have a little bit of a hard time to break the hump and get all the way over. You know what I mean? Because of that, it's a little bit of a slowdown. And because it's a slowdown, you can't hurry up and go throwing money into it. You can if you want to, but I'm not going to. I need some confirmation first before I make a big move. And I haven't got that confirmation. Yesterday would have been the first confirmation that I got. I said, hey, let me step back and take a look at this for what it is. Be careful here, Keith. Let's pull some trend lines, right? So I'll flip this in a linear mode just for the comparison. I'll pull the trend line down like this. I want you to look and see what's happening here. Just in a bit of a wedge, bit of a trend line touch, and bit of a trend line fail. Now, is it over? No, it's still in this wedge. I can't deny that it is not in this wedge, trying to figure out which direction it wants to go. Fair point. What it hasn't done yet is made its mind up. Unfortunately, more often than not, recently, we've seen these fail south. So, prove itself to me. Show me some power. Break out. It hasn't broken out yet. And until it breaks out, I'm stuck waiting. I can't do anything or risk a whole bunch of money on something that's just playing around. Sideways price action doesn't make you any money. And since that won't make me any money, I got to hold off on it. JazzB6383 says, thanks for all the information over the last few years. Thank you, brother, for watching. I appreciate it. Ryan says, I'm going to send you some herbal recipes. Damn. That's crazy. What's up, DeFi Dave? Good to see you, brother. What's up, Albert DeKim? No, I don't need any editing, though. Thank you. Shout out Crypto Zen. Shout out Jeremy. What's up, fellas? Shout out Mr. XRF over on Rumble. Like everybody, hang out, watch Rumble, man. It's an alternative streaming platform. Say anything you want over there on Rumble. Anything goes. Pretty dope, dude. All right, let's move on. Solana. All right. So, some better news to report is Solana, right? You got the same breakout that we saw in Total Market Cap 2, Total Market Cap 3. Remember, those are excluding Bitcoin and excluding Solana, right? Good. Now, where we saw XRP falling off and failing the 821 EMA, so far, Solana is holding on to the 8 EMA. Muy bueno. All right. Happy to see it. So this will be the third consecutive close over the 8 EMA for Solana, which is showing great signs and great look like it wants to keep going, and this one just give up and fail. Very excited to see it. Oh my God, we're going to start with this pre-sale token shit. I'm just going to put you, I'm just going to kick you out, bro. I'm going to kick you out. Come in here with your pre-sale bullshit. You're getting kicked straight to the corner. We don't do pre-sales. We don't take backdoor deals. We don't cut deals with companies. I turned down Coin Bureau just last month. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I could show you the guys the DMs, but I think that's kind of shitty. I turned down Coin Bureau, wanting me to promote coins. It's supposed to be a news outlet, but they wanted me to promote coins, and I turned them down. I told the guys in the Discord about it. I thought they were going to do something else. No, they wanted me to promote coins. That's insane. That's insane. None of these influencers can be trusted. Anyway, we're still over the AEMA. 3 closes in a row is great. RSI, you got that same bullish convergence rolling up. MACD, same look. You're not over the midline yet, so it's not quite good enough. And again, the pivot, you're stuck under the pivot like everything else. The only thing is it's a little more over the AEMA, and it broke out as opposed to XRP not breaking out. That's the breaker here, okay? Ichimoku Cloud, still 4 out of 4 no. Still under the pivot, so that's still not good enough. So you got some good, some bad. By the way, I didn't mention Bollinger Bands a lot, but we have seen Bollinger Bands start to squeeze in again, fellas. And when you're seeing Bollinger Bands do this, starting to squeeze in, you're going to see volatility come in. That volatility has to go somewhere. Will it go up or will it go down? So in this case, to me, it looks like we're going to go up based on the fact that we're squeezing on the other side of the trend line now. That'll change in the next couple of days if it decides to turn around and go south on us. But for now, looks like this is going to squeeze north, and I hope so, because everybody needs some relief, including my voice. Oh, it's brutal out here, folks. Couple more. Chainlink. Chainlink's going to look a lot like Solana, only a little better. We saw Solana's Bollinger Bands pinching in. Guess what? Link's doing it too. So that means volatility, and it's already started to happen over the last couple of days. You got a couple good days worth of volume out of Link already. She's still stuck under the cloud, but it did jump over the baseline. That's better than some. All right. Pivot points. That the last couple we've looked at were not over the pivot point. Chainlink is over the pivot point on the daily chart. That's awesome. All right, now let me throw you another curveball. It's under the 50 moving average is the problem. Now that we've made it through this 821 EMA, and you're just about to get an 821 EMA cross, it's like it might be tomorrow or the next day. You got to get through this 50-day moving average now, and it won't be easy. All right, 50-day moving average doesn't break easy. As you see, it hasn't broken the 50 EMA since the beginning of October. It was above the it was above the 50 in July. It stayed above the 50 all the way until September. Once it failed it then, it hasn't taken it back. All right, so it's been several months since it's got back over the 50, and it can continue to reject that 50 moving average over and over if it wants to. So again, I'm going to give you warning. It can get rejected and keep getting rejected, but I do like the fact that it's got an 8. That's got 2 closes over the 8 already. It's over the pivot, and it's about to have an 821 EMA cross. Your RSI is going to be trending up. I haven't even looked at it, but I can tell you, yep, there you go. Your MACD is trending up. All that's good. Now you just need to see some stuff break out. You need to see some stuff break out. You need to see the 50 moving average break and run back to this 200 and 100 moving average cross up here near this trend line. Then we'll see. But things are at least looking up for Chainlink for now. Let's see. I'll look through comments over here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I would talk about DAG. God, those guys are just ruthlessly impossible to talk to. It's like listening to kids with Matchbox cars. Give kids Matchbox cars and they get stuck on that one car, and it's the coolest car ever. Oh, you know what? It's better than that. It's better than that. I got a better metaphor. So for DAG people, it's like Ninja Turtles. The DAG people will tell you that Leonardo is the coolest Ninja Turtle. Then you'll have people like me who say, "No, man, I'm a Michelangelo guy. I like the nunchucks." Then you're going to have the big brains come in and say, "Oh, XRP is the best." Those are your Donatellos. Right? And then you have the altcoin degeners. That's your Raphael lovers. Right? Everyone in the DAG community is going to tell you that Leonardo is the best Ninja Turtle. I'm here to tell you they can't win without each other. All right? So stop putting yourself in this little bitty box to think that you've got the most special Ninja Turtle of all time. You don't. You just have a regular Ninja Turtle like everybody else does. And without the rest of them, they're nothing. Not to mention without Master Splinter, which is Bitcoin, you get nothing. So grow up. Get over yourself. Get out of your emotions. And for God's sake, start using the chart a little bit. I love for everyone to tell me how the chart doesn't matter. And that the chart can't tell you when the price is going to go flying up. Show me where the prices went flying up without the chart, please. Then we can talk about it. Otherwise, you're just being subjective and in your feelings. So let's take a look at one more. AVAX. Boy, it's been brutal for AVAX, but maybe things are changing, you know? Maybe things are changing. So I got AVAX on the screen here. You've got over the 8 EMA, one close. Today will be your second close over the 8 EMA. Not bad, right? It's been a long time since this has happened where it started to try to turn the hook here. RSI was super oversold. She's trying to fight back like that. MACD still way down, but it is trending back toward the midline. Cool. Here's the pivot points. Pivot points are still under the pivot. Haven't quite got through it yet. Like I said, a lot of them look like this. Aside from Chainlink, Chainlink's the best looking one I've found so far as that goes. She's still over the pivot. Not bad. But this one's not. So I like the fact that we got a second close over the 8 EMA coming in. But I like to see it over the 21, break that pivot line, and make me a little bit of proof here. And that'll help get us that 821 upward cross that we don't have yet. Now, here's the kicker. If I pull a trend line on this, it looks to be like she's broken out. Might be wrong. I put it in linear mode. Even if I do a trend line in linear mode, same thing. Yeah. Same thing. If I put it in linear mode, it's the same thing. So it looks like breakouts. Small, but breakouts. Now, prove it. Give me 821 crosses. Let me see you fight the 50 moving average a little bit. Jump those pivot points. And I'm ready to start throwing money at it. But until then, I'm just super hesitant. I can't make a move until it proves it to me. I'd like to, but the market's just way too shaky. Kind of like my voice. It's just way too shaky. So once I see some things change, I'm happy to report it. Till then, folks, can we all just be careful? Can we all just be careful? I hope so. So listen, that's over 30 minutes with my voice shot. I didn't expect anybody to show up for this. Engagement is so far down. We hardly get anybody watching anymore, is what it is. I'm going to keep doing my thing whether people watch or not. It's whatever. I'm not going to control anybody. All I can do is keep reporting what I see. Thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I super appreciate that. Let's make the best of our todays, the worst of our tomorrows. Let's have a better day each day. And remember, if no one else told you, Keith will tell you. Keith loves you. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I appreciate it. See you back here next week on Tuesday. Hopefully my voice will be a little bit better. We'll see you guys then. Thank you. Sky's the limit. I'm out. Peace.